Hello everyone, welcome to the first deep dive of InfiniGods. So I really like this game, I really like their community, so I wanted to do a first look at them. And before I do, just know that I'm a random dude off the internet. Don't trust me with any financial decisions. I don't know anything, okay? Okay, let's get into the deep dive. Let's start with the positive ones. So what I really like about this team is that they're very passionate about their team, about their games. They've been making games for, I believe, the past 5 to 10 years. They're very great at communicating. If you go to Discord, you can directly chat with team members in a few minutes, and they're very experienced, as mentioned before. Then next positive, they have decent funding. They got 9 million. Let me pull it up right now with great partners such as Animalca Brands, Pantera. Those are the two big dogs, along with other solid ones such as Framework Ventures and Double Peak. So they have really great top tier investors. Then they do a really great job at their Twitter. Their Twitter posts are very consistent, along with interacting with their community members. They're constantly reposting community members' content and they're interacting with them along with their team members actually being active on Twitter. So that's a really positive bonus. Then they have a very solid developing community with friendly vibes. So they're starting to develop a really tight knit community, which I really like about that. And they have a very clean chats with little spam. So they take great care of their community. Then along with that, they have multiple fun game modes that they've been closed beta testing with their members. They recently had their Cleopatra's Arcade tournament, which you could play 4 different game modes, like different variations of ones, and that was really fun. And the cool thing about that was that it was fairly easily accessible, so you didn't have to have an NFT or you didn't have to pay to get into it. You can just go to the website, then you could try it out and play a new game mode every few days. So that was really awesome. Then they have a very interesting mythological lore premise. So there are various ones. There's like the traditional Norse, there's Greek, Chinese, Egyptian, and that'll tie into their gameplay in the future. And I believe they can really expand upon that with the community by having the community join the various mythological lores of which ones they like, along with their favorite heroes in the mythological history books. So it's going to be really cool once they integrate that. Then, since it's so early in their development, let's pull up their Twitter real quick. I believe they only have like a few thousand followers right now, then 5,000, solid. They're growing a little bit more. Then we can check their Discord. I believe they only have around 2,000 members right now. Let's see. Well, something around there. But yeah, it's very early in their process and they're barely getting started. So it could be a great opportunity for someone who likes to build communities to come in to help them kickstart their community. Then if we pull up their NFTs, it's at a great discount right now. Their community passes are around, oh wow, those are 0.03 a week earlier. So it jumped up a bit, probably from the hype of their previous Cleopatra's Arcade tournament. Then we'll pull up their ultimate one. So it's at a 40% discount right now, which is really good. So very solid. But let's not be biased. Let's go over the improvements. So they're barely starting their white paper. I believe they have general information. Oh, another positive was that they're very transparent with their game development updates. So they've been having various updates by tweaking the games with the closed beta feedback. But moving back to the white paper, so they have basic information. Let's try to pull that up. So they have some information on their gameplay, their philosophy, the different things they're trying to implement in their game, the various game modes, then some information on NFTs, but they're lacking full in-depth information on other stuff such as various team members, investors, the different game mechanics, the tokenomics. So we'll have to see whether they do that, along with clarification of different game modes, like how does a whale play in part in their ecosystem? How does a regular hardcore player play into part? How does the casual person, the person that likes to write content, that likes to create artwork, that likes to create different mini games and different maps. So we'll have to see how they clarify on those roles. Then they're missing audits too on their game, their tokens, and NFTs, but they're probably going to do that later. Then to improve their marketing, I believe they're barely starting with their YouTube channel. It only has like 3 videos in the past 3 months, and I think they can bump that up to at least 1 to 2 times per week since they have a ton of content they could have done, such as gameplay on their different game modes, their award ceremony, which was really fun. So I think with their marketing, they can capitalize on how close they are as a team and a community by highlighting the various fun events they've done and just reposting that on social media, along weekly Medium articles, such as their game development updates, partnership announcements, and different explanations of their new game modes, then along with their website. So right now it's kind of a little bit basic looking where there's like standard text, different pictures, but once they create like a hyped up trailer where people can get excited about the game, along with other HD images, maybe include partners at the bottom, because Animalk and Pantera Framework Ventures are really big partners. So if they put it at the bottom, it'll be really good, make a really good first impression. Then updated socials too. They're missing a bunch of their socials at the bottom. Then along with easily accessible content creator media kits so that people can easily create really great content for them. Then another thing that they're missing is the cultivation of a passionate fan base. So they're really good at interacting with their community in the Discord and liking, retweeting on Twitter, but giving them other resources such as maybe creating like a lore writing competition or creating various factions in the Discord so that people can get together, form different guilds, and then interact with each other more closely outside of the events or outside of DMing the team one-on-one and just interacting with each other. So just forming those tight knit clusters, along with creating fan arts and other community bonding events. Then I also like to see them foster more active partnerships, such as various marketplaces, maybe OpenSea and other Ethereum-based ones. I know there's like a bunch of other Ethereum-based marketplaces popping up, so if they partner with them, that'd be great. Then maybe Metaverse Artwork collabs. I believe we've at Defina previously partnered with them for events, so maybe if they do that with other big communities too, such as the blue chip NFT ones, like BAWC, Azuki, Clonex, and other big NFT games too. Maybe they can create different tournaments where they have a bunch of different communities come in and play against them, or they enter other communities' tournaments too. That'd be solid. Maybe more frequent AMAs and town halls, not with just the team, but also key investors too from Animalca Pantera framework. Then along with other things such as onboarding other communities, as mentioned before. But yeah, that's about it. So overall, I think they have a lot of potential, but we'll just have to see where they go. They have a great team that's very experienced. They know how to make really good games, but then we'll just have to see whether they can cultivate their community since they received 9 million funding. But I've seen teams that have done or are trying to do similar premises where they receive like 20 to 30 million in funding, and then they're a lot better at marketing. So even though this team is really good at cultivating a community, once they're in the Discord, maybe it won't matter if they're not able to even get people in the Discord in the first place. So once they implement the other things and I believe they just partnered with a marketing agency to help fix that. But we'll just have to see how it goes. But I'm very confident in their ability to create at least a tight knit, strong, like passionate community. But in terms of being a leader in their specific niche, I'm not so sure about that. But maybe they can do that in the future. But we'll just have to see. But overall, really good, positive impression. I really had a fantastic time interacting with their community, whether that be first joining and talking with them on Discord or partnering with them on the Defino partnership. And shout outs to Mango. I believe we're gonna talk to him tomorrow in the AMA, discuss about community building, InfiniGods, etc. So him just hopping on to a podcast with me, that's a sign of how serious they take in creating and fostering community. So overall, I'm still gonna be very active in the community to help them build, but we'll just have to see how they develop over time. But hope you guys enjoyed this. Let me know what you think of this game, this community, and talk to you guys next time.